So I'm going to do an association game right now. The mind is an associative tool. So, white t-shirt, identity, who I am. All right, so if you think of yourself in a certain way in your head, you have a picture of yourself in your head that you use as like kind of your roadmap to where you're going. So it's like you think of yourself in a certain way and then you tend to act in that way. Now, if we could take just maybe 10 to 15 seconds a day or 30 seconds a day to see a different version of ourselves, the version that we would want to be. Now, what is that? What are we talking about right now? So I'm talking about, think of how you'd want to be, ideally, and see that in your head for 10 to 15 seconds a day. Why do I say 10 to 15 seconds a day? Because it's something that I find to be challenging personally. And I know that when I've heard people be like, well, you must do that for a minimum of 10 minutes a day. I'm like, there's no way I'm doing that. No way, no how, no way, no how. So I decided to keep the commitment low. So I'm going to start doing that 10 seconds a day. I'm going to make that image in my head of the person that I would like to be. So it's like, I don't know who I'd want to be. Well, think of someone that you admire, someone that you might know or that you see in popular culture that you would want to be like. And imagine yourself acting how they act, conducting yourself in that way. And just in the process, remember that today is the only day. So I guess to sum it up, it would be like how to identify which direction you would want to move in, for one, and two, how to start moving in that direction. It's called mind sculpting. Basically, it's science. This is stuff that the Olympians do. They rehearse themselves acting in a certain way, performing in a certain way, and they just live it out. Right? So this is something that is a science. It's something that it's easy to just be like, that's not important, it doesn't work, on and on. But this is something that like the top performers do, and that we can do too, to improve ourselves just a little bit if that's what we want to do. So it's something that the top performers do. It works, it's real, but we have to practice. If we don't practice the like mind sculpting, the changing of the neurons, the seeing a different version of ourselves, it's just not going to work. We need to practice it, right? Yeah, it's going to be it. So once again, the whole point of me doing what I'm doing right now is to get better at communicating into the camera, get better at coming up with ideas, get better at growing habits, because this is a habit. This is something that I've been working toward, creating a habit to do this every single day. Get in front of the camera. Now, usually I'm not making a video that's more than 2 or 3 minutes long, but guess what? That 2 or 3 minutes could end up expanding into 10 minutes. And I can get really good at this. I could start to become a super effective communicator. I could have, by effective communicator, I mean that the ideas that I'm communicating, the person is understanding exactly what I'm saying, and they're being affected emotionally by it to maybe even change their decisions, which would make me an influential person, which would make me more effective, and which would make me valuable to someone who maybe wants to hire me, or if I want to create my own business and get things done.